Mas antes de iniciar o vídeo, eu quero convidá-los a participar do sorteio da RTX 4070 Super, onde que com apenas R$10 você, além de ajudar o canal financeiramente para que eu consiga continuar com o trabalho, trazendo novos hardwares, e assim trazendo aqueles testes que você só vai ver aqui no canal, você concorre a esse prêmio espetacular, que é uma placa realmente muito boa. São apenas 1000 números, e o prêmio principal é a placa de vídeo, e o prêmio secundário são R$300 via Pix para a pessoa que ficar em primeiro lugar no ranking de compra de números. Aqui abaixo nós temos a descrição, onde aqui tem o unboxing da placa de vídeo, temos um grupo do Telegram específico para passar informações dos sorteios do canal, então eu recomendo muito que quem for participar se inscreva nesse grupo. Lá é um grupo, pessoal, que você não precisa se preocupar, não é um grupo que vai ficar te mandando muita notificação, são só mesmo para atualizações esporádicas. Leia toda a descrição, caso você não concorde com algum aspecto aqui, basta não participar. E lembrando, pessoal, que aqui no comentário fixado de todos os meus vídeos, nós temos aqui um link que leva a esse Linktree, onde aqui você tem a página do sorteio, onde você pode comprar seus números, e também tem a página aqui do comprovante de entrega dos sorteios, onde que aqui é uma pasta compartilhada do Google Docs, onde tem a prova de entrega de todos os sorteios que eu já fiz, então é absurdamente transparente, pessoal. E lembrando que o sorteio é feito pela extração de números dos sorteios da Loteria Federal. Então nem sou eu que faço sorteio para deixar tudo da maneira assim mais transparente e mais honesta possível. Outras formas que você tem de auxiliar o canal financeiramente é virando um membro do canal por apenas R$2,99 e você tem acesso a diversos benefícios como sorteios exclusivos, grupo de bate-papo exclusivo para os membros, vídeos antecipados com a monetização do YouTube desligada, ou seja, você não verá propagandas durante o vídeo, além de outros benefícios. E é muito baratinho, pessoal, você ajuda demais fazendo isso. E caso você queira fazer alguma doação via Pix, tem aí a chave Pix do canal no comentário fixado de todos os vídeos. Sem falar, e se você for comprar algo no AliExpress, Amazon, Magalu, Shopee, Kabum ou Eneba, faça isso através dos links de afiliado no comentário fixado que você também ajuda demais. E é aquilo, não se esqueça de dar o like, comentar, compartilhar e se inscrever no canal, caso tenha gostado do conteúdo. Então vamos lá de volta ao vídeo. Fala pessoal, tudo bem com vocês? No vídeo de hoje vou estar fazendo mais um teste aqui no Kingston Deliverance 2. É um jogo feito aí na CryEngine. O jogo ele tá rodando bem, cara, tá rodando lisinho, tá com uma otimização boa. O FSR tá com uma implementação interessante, né? Tá muito legal aqui de se jogar, não tá me incomodando em nada. E eu tô gostando do jogo, cara. O jogo tá surpreendentemente bom. Eu que não gosto muito dessa temática de medieval, eu acho até interessante, viu? Não tá ruim não o jogo. Como vocês podem ver, pessoal, não vai manter 60 FPS o tempo todo, né? Nesse preset que eu fiz aqui. Eu tô com o VRR ligado. E assim, cara, eu não percebo quando cai de 60 FPS, tá? Pelo menos ali pra aquela faixa dos 54, 53. Com o VRR, não consigo perceber a queda, cara. Se eu desligar aqui, por exemplo, o overlay e dar esse panorama de câmera aqui com o VRR ativado, eu não consigo perceber quando cai do 60. Não dá pra perceber aqui de fluidez, né? E assim, cara, tá bem legal de jogar no controle. Não tô vendo problema nenhum nesse preset aqui durante a jogatina, tá, pessoal? Joguei já há um tempo já. Jogando aqui mais ou menos uns 50 minutos, uma hora mais ou menos. E esse presetzinho tá legal, cara. Tá bem legal, não tá ruim não. Interessante de jogar dessa maneira aqui, tá? Ó, viu que caiu, né? Depende muito do horário também. Quando tava um pouco mais claro, tava mantendo melhor no 60, agora deu uma quedinha, né? A VRAM se mantendo ali sob controle, mas no geral a experiência tá muito boa, cara. Gostei aqui. O preset que eu tô usando é o seguinte. Ó, eu sou aquele mesmo preset de resolução da 6600, né? 1440p de resolução de alvo. P5 desligado, que eu tô usando o VRR, né? E tá aqui o FSR no modo qualidade. Ou seja, nossa resolução base é 960p, né? Eu desliguei aqui o desfoque de movimento e profundidade de campo próximo. Infelizmente não dá pra desligar a profundidade de campo total, né? Infelizmente. E aqui o jogo tá todo no alto. Basicamente tudo no alto. Textura eu botei no ultra porque aparentemente a VRAM tá sob controle. Não me parece que vai estourar a VRAM. Se por um acaso você estiver jogando e você vê que a VRAM tá batendo ali 7.5, 7.6, é interessante jogar isso aqui pro alto, tá? Aí você reinicia o jogo para descarregar a VRAM. E assim você vai conseguir ter uma gameplay mais fluida, acredito eu. Se estourar a VRAM, né? Porque aparentemente não tá estourando, tá? Então tá aí, esse é o preset que eu tô usando. Aqui na placa de vídeo, olha só. Eu só tô aqui com o anti-lag ligado. Olha só, anti-lag ligado apenas. E o preset da GPU em si tá dessa maneira aqui, ó. Smart Memory desligado, né? Porque esse jogo tem uns probleminhas com o Smart Memory, fica piscando a tela de vez em quando. Então eu acabei deixando desligado. O overlay tá ali abaixo. Também não é um jogo de tanta ação assim, então tá bem aceitável do jeito que tá aqui, tá, pessoal? Então vamos dar uma jogadinha aqui, pelo menos uns 40 minutinhos. Apesar que o jogo é um RPG, né? É um jogo grande e tal. Então é difícil você conseguir fazer muita coisa em um jogo desse em um período curto de tempo, né? Agora eu tenho que dormir aqui. Meu personagem está cansado. Vou ajustar pra amanhã, né, cara? É às 5 da manhã, ó. Bora. Vamos dormir aí. Olha lá, vou ficando com fome, ó, com o tempo. Minha saúde aumentou. Ligar o overlay, né?
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
E, pessoal, aqui a questão que eu não tô vendo nada. Por que que eu falo, né? Quando entra nas cutscenes, eu não vou poder usar, então, o VRR, cara. Infelizmente. Porque quando entra na cutscene fica 30. E quando fica 30, a tela fica preta pra mim. Vou ter que desligar o VRR, infelizmente.
Why would I miss one sword?
E as cutscenes são travadas a 30. É por isso que eu não uso muito o quesito do VRR quando eu tô pela placa de captura, porque ela tem essas limitações. Se ela cair dos 40 FPS com o VRR ativado, tem esse problema aí de a tela ficar preta. Por limitação da placa de captura mesmo. Quando é usando o FreeSync lá direto da TV mesmo, não tem esse problema, né? É uma limitação da placa de captura.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Pa, without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
O jogo tá rodando muito bem, cara. Ah, eu posso distribuir pontos, né? Jogador. Rapaz esforçado, treine duro. Podia ter botado aqui, vacilei. Só tinha um ponto. Agora eu tô recuperado, ó. Tô sem ferida. Estou recuperado. Ó, o jogo tá bonito, cara. Bem bonito. É, agora eu já senti que não tá tão fluido igual eu tava antes, pessoal. Deixa eu ligar o V-Sync pra ajudar, né? Mas não fica, cara. Se você não estiver usando o VRR ou FreeSync, esquece, mano. Não fica bom. Não fica fluido o jogo. Ó. Se você não tiver a 60 cravado, a tela não fica 100%... A imagem não fica 100% fluida, né? Só quando você tá 60 cravadinho. Se não... Mas já ajuda a não dar Terry, né?
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
O ideal é...
Good morning, Henry!
FreeSync ou G-Sync.
No idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course, I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Humanos.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
Assassinos sanguinários.
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by
Muita conversa no jogo, pessoal. RPG, né?
and a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falcon and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajana, I don't know how to thank you for
Pô, salvaram eles legal, hein, as
But I
mulheres.
do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
Vamos lá pro castelo agora ver como é que vai ficar.
As
Não
Henry
dá, não?
says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Bergstein shall always be open to you.
Tô levando aqui.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Pronto, acho que tem mais nada pra falar com ela. Deixa eu ver. Ih, tem um monte de coisa pra perguntar, cara. Vambora, né, cara? Porque... não vai ficar
See you
muita
soon, my
coisa.
friend.
Vamos largar aqui o machado da mulher e a pá. Cadê? Será que ela já pegou já? Ah, acho que ela já pegou já o machado e a pá. Deixar pro Salvador. A receita ali. É, acho que ela já pegou já. Não tô com nada ali.
I really need to eat something.
O cara já tá com fome já. Deixa eu pegar essas comidas aqui. Aproveitar que tá aqui, né? Olha o estômago dele. A gente segue o caminho e vamos ver como é que vai se comportar. Deixa eu ligar o overlay. Olha o cachorro deles. Ó, tem carne aqui, cara. Baconzão. É, agora é vazar, né? Não, realmente, pessoal, a diferença do VRR é absurda. Dá pra fazer coisa aqui. Vambora, né?
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
É, o resto morreu, todo mundo.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
É, vambora. O jogo tá bonito, cara. Tá legal. É, a velhinha salvou a gente, cara. Vai ter um dinheirinho. Salvou a gente bonito. Não é que não dá problema pra ela, né? Senhorinha nos salvou bonito. Agora começou o jogo. O jogo tem um cenário interessante, cara. Aí essa cutscene aí já é frame rate solto, né? Acho que as cutscenes pré-renderizadas que são a 30 FPS. Isso aí não é pré-renderizado, né? Tanto que a placa tá em 100% de uso. Puta, cravadinho de 57 FPS. Mas a ideia é essa, pessoal. É você comprar uma tela que tenha FreeSync, cara. Tem que ter FreeSync. E ajuda demais. O cara caiu ali. Sol trincando um coco. Pô, tô gostando. Vou jogar o primeiro, cara. Sinceramente. Vou jogar. Eu tenho ele lá na Steam. Vou jogar o primeirão. Parece legal o jogo, velho. Vou largar a comida. Que maneiro o cenário, velho. Gigantesco, cara. Gigante. Os caras mortos.
They've got a good physician at this castle, or at least a barber.
Os caras
I
na
know
merda.
Crone got me on my feet, but I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Agora o negócio é eles provar quem eles são, né?
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your
Essas áreas aí parece que é mais leve, pessoal. É porque eu falo, né? Vegetação, cara, geralmente é o que mais pesa no jogo.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa!
Nossa, jogou bossa nele, velho.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't!
É, cara, jogou bossa no cara, velho.
I'm Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colors.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Deve conhecer ele, quer ver?
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not. Get your shitty hands off me!
Ah, não, não. E o cara ia conhecer eles, mas não é do mesmo reino deles, não, acho. Muita história, pessoal. O jogo é RPG, cara. Nossa, jogou bosta no cara, velho.
The fuck was that?
Ah, mas eles voltar pra casa, mano.
So now what?
Cara com bosta na cara, velho. Que merda.
There's only one thing we can do.
Que nojo, velho. Se lavou.
two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just
Tigela de
bring the
mingau.
best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Eles têm que se virar agora, fi. Ferrou pra eles, hein? A VRAM tá bem sob controle, cara. Tá batendo em 7 GB de VRAM. Jogo rodando lisinho, cara. Não dá stutter nenhum. Muito legal.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You tried to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Temos que recuperar nossa carta.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Ganhar dinheiro.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughingstock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Ih, vou ter que trabalhar pra eles.
Cheers.
Ih, rapaz.
What is it?
What's that woman from the pond?
Ah, mulher do lago.
Of the one you gave us away for?
I've heard that witch. Wench.
What I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Pra feder na merda.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Tá fedendo com fosso.
Stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Health, lads.
Precisa nem falar comigo, velho.
Enjoy yours while you've still
Daddy's
got it.
wounded.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back in his boat. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the
Não
wine.
dá pra falar com ela?
Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
That must hurt, don't it? A bit.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
É.
We saved you. Me and my lord there. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about.
É outra pessoa.
I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Ih,
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
mensageiro.
Get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Agora a gente vai ter que trabalhar pra ganhar um dinheiro.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Ratai.
Ratai. That rings a bell. I ain't been further.
O jogo é mais assim, pessoal. Por isso que eu falei. Essas quedinhas aí pra 55 FPS. Não muda em nada, cara.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat-house wench.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Beleza.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Pessoal, tem muita coisa pra conversar. Vamos fazer um serviço lá pra mulher.
I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, coming right up.
Ó, tem que saber do casamento, cara. Ah, não, falar com o malucão. E a carroça, né?
What are you standing here for?
I'm waiting. I'm paid to transport loads, not to haul them on my back. The cart won't unload itself, will it?
Ah, that's a stroke of luck. I'm just looking for a job myself.
Tem que ser caçando trabalho,
How
pessoal.
about I haul those sacks? It's all the same to me. Go and talk to the innkeeper about it.
Caraca, mas é isso, pessoal. Vou dar uma andada por aqui, ó, só pra vocês verem como se comporta. Ó, o jogo tá rodando bem, cara.
First, I should settle the unfortunate business of our
Ó,
bill.
tá tranquilo de jogar, tranquilo. Onde vai pesar mais realmente será na floresta, né? Campo aqui mais aberto já fica, né, um pouco mais levinho, mais ou menos também, né? Mas no geral tá interessante, cara. Não tá ruim não de se jogar, não. Tá realmente muito bom de se jogar.
Why the long face? Oh, there'd have to be two of us.
Ó.
I couldn't manage a pig that size on my
É isso, pessoal. Vou finalizando por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado de mais um teste aqui no canal. Recomendo muito o jogo, cara. O jogo é legal, né? A história tá interessante. Obviamente que cada vez mais a história vai ficar melhor, né? Acredito eu. Vai ficar mais envolvente, que é só o comecinho do comecinho ainda, então, né? Mas tô interessado no jogo. Eu acho que eu vou começar o primeiro, viu? Depois que eu zerar lá o Cyberpunk e o Alan Wake 2, acho que eu vou pra esse jogo aqui, cara. Não pra esse, né? Pro primeiro, que eu não joguei ainda. Então eu acabei ficando interessado no jogo, pra falar a verdade. Achei realmente bem legal. E é isso, pessoal. Não se esqueça aí de dar aquele like, comentar, compartilhar e se inscrever. Até a próxima. Fique com Deus. Falou.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
And we can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
It'll be done in a jiffy. Don't worry.
That's not the point, Henry. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
We don't have swords, and we don't know anyone who needs protecting. So what then?
So we're fucked until someone rolls up his sleeves and gets to work. By which I mean someone of the appropriate status, like you. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
Well, I'm afraid there's nothing else for it if we're to ever get out of this place. So, Lord or no Lord, the sacks are waiting.
Let them wait. Sacks are good at it. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.